3030. Edgardo Melgar en vivo comienza ya.
El día de hoy no debe bajar como institución la cabeza ante las dificultades.
Gloria Cubas en San Pedro Sula. Gloria, buenas noches.
Edgardo, muy buenas noches.
From WSYR 9.2 Syracuse, this is News Channel 9 at 10.
Good evening, I'm Christy Casciano. We begin with a sex abuse case tonight. A massage therapist who worked at a popular salon and day spa in Clay is facing sex abuse charges. 41-year-old Anthony Corsi of Liverpool is accused of inappropriately touching a woman last week. As the client came out of the massage session, she reported to police that she was touched by Corsi in a sexual way. Today, Onondaga County Sheriff says that she might not be the only one. We move to Madison County for a consumer alert. There's a new scam making the rounds. Everybody wants to think they've won a sweepstakes with a big payout, but if your check comes from the American Shoppers Lottery in association with Avanti USA, you haven't won anything. You might get a letter saying you've won $150,000 through computer databases with chain stores like Walmart, Staples, or Office Depot. Then you'll be asked to pay a non-resident tax of $1,950 to the UK. Once again, it's all bogus. Remember, do your research. Check with police if you're not sure. We're learning more tonight about a murder for hire plot involving Quentin Hicks, who has admitted he hired another Fulton man to kill his wife. That man, William Scruton, went to police with the details. With Hicks now behind bars, he sat down with News Channel 9's Jeff Kulikowski to talk about this frightening plan. Sometimes these disturbing anti-smoking commercials have many of you talking, but if Governor Andrew Cuomo has his way, the television ads may stop. According to the New York Smokers Quit Line, which runs the ads, every time a new batch of ads is put out, the number of calls to the Quit Line sees a dramatic spike. But in the last couple of years, anti-smoking programs have been seeing less funding from the state. Right now, there's a $2 billion state budget gap, and Cuomo proposed budget includes a $5 million cut to the program used to pay for the ads. The fear is further cuts will reverse the state's trend of declining smoking rates, which are at historic lows. President Obama's controversial birth control policy got backed up today in Washington. The Senate killed a Republican effort to let health insurance companies deny coverage for contraceptives and other services they have religious objections to. After weighing competing claims of religious freedom and reproductive rights of women, the policy was finally supported by a close vote of 51 to 48. The policy guarantees women to have access to insurance coverage for contraceptives at no charge. It was a tragedy that gripped our area. 6 Amish farmers killed in a grisly crash last July in the town of Benton. Tonight, the man who was driving the other car admits he took a cocktail of drugs before getting behind the wheel. 42-year-old Stephen Eldridge has pleaded guilty to vehicular homicide. He says he did cocaine and took prescription drugs the day of the crash. He's expected to get more than a decade in prison when he's sentenced next month. A health alert tonight, unpleasant but life-saving. A report released by the New England Journal of Medicine highlights the life-saving role of a colonoscopy. The study says the test cuts the risk of dying from colon cancer in half, and that it is the best screening for finding polyps. Colorectal tumors are a major cause of cancer death in the U.S. and one of a few that can be prevented through screening. This year, more than 140,000 new cases are expected. The writers behind the famous Harry Potter book is releasing a new book, but this one will be very different from her previous work. J.K. Rowling just signed a deal with a publisher to write a new adult novel 5 years after her final and record-breaking Harry Potter series. The details of the book, such as the title and the date to be published, will be announced later this year. Of course, we'll let you know when the information is released. That disabled cruise ship, the Costa Allegra, finally reached port today after 3 days at sea. Those who were on board described the chaos the triple-digit heat caused with no electricity or working bathrooms. Tonight, thousands of passengers are just happy to be back on land. As towns across the Midwest and South are cleaning up tonight with a deadly outburst of tornadoes still fresh in the air, forecasters say they're bracing for more. The path of destruction from the last round, 7 states, 13 dead, over 20 tornadoes in 36 hours. New storms are expected after midnight. For the latest on this ongoing situation, watch the morning news starting at 4:30. It's all quiet on the radar now, but the big question, what's in store for our Friday? Let's check in with our Storm Team Chief Meteorologist, Dave Longley. Thank you, Dave. Coming up on News Channel 9, 11 at 11, a caught-on-tape thief on the SU Hill, and this time SU fans may be able to help police figure out who he is. We're going to tell you what the robber was after as well, a story you'll see only on 9. And that's our report for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. Remember, news and weather updates anytime at 9WSFire.com. Have a great night.